Hello, dear students. I hope all of you are keeping fine, keeping well. So you know that we have already covered lesson number 1 and 2, and also we discussed some of the answers of the exercises part of lesson number 2. And I suggest all of you please try to write down whichever are given to you. And now the remaining things of that exercises of lesson number 2, I think we will do it in the later phase. Sometime in the classes we will discuss those things, so don't worry. I intentionally wanted it to be stopped here. Okay, so I will explain all those things in the classes face to face, and that will be more helpful for you. So that is why I don't want to give the written answers of this remaining part of this exercise of lesson number 2. So up to number 3 it is already discussed. The remaining things 4, 5 and up to 13, those things you may please try to keep it aside. There is no need of doing it now. Later on I will tell when to do those things. Okay. Got it? So today in this session we will start discussing about a new lesson, that is ordnance survey maps. Okay, so please try to look at your book. If you have book, then please try to open, and those who have not got the book, please try to come to the school and collect your books and notebooks. So school is remaining open and waiting for you. If you come, then it can be given to you. Okay, so let us see. If you see in your book, this written, the term topography is derived from two Greek words, topos meaning a place and grapho meaning to draw. So topography map means this is nothing but drawing the picture of a particular place. Thus, a topographical map shows the surface of the earth in detail. So if you are drawing, if you are making a drawing, then you will draw every detail of a particular object, is not so? And similar way, it is a drawing of a particular place. That means it will surely show the detailed information of that particular place. It is also known as ordnance survey sheet. So it is known as the ordnance survey sheet. Why it is called ordnance survey sheet? Because in the earlier time, many years before, this type of maps were mainly used for war purpose. Anything that is used for war purpose are called, that is called the ordnance purpose. Okay, ordnance related means ordnance means related to war. So this type of maps were particularly used for war purpose in order to fight a war against a particular country or any other neighboring places. The secret agents were going and examining those places. They were surveying those places and finding out different detailed information of that particular location, and they were preparing a map, and that maps were used by the soldiers or army forces to fight the war. Okay, so that is why this type of detailed survey sheets or detailed survey maps are also called as the ordnance survey map. And now you know that one department, particularly in our India, this department is called the Survey of India. Its headquarters is located in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. That is given with the responsibility of preparing this type of survey maps, and the name of the department is Survey of India, and we will study about those things in detail later on. So let's continue further. Topographical maps are drawn on large scale, and so it is possible to show considerable details of natural and man-made features. Okay, so you can see what man-made features can be shown and what natural features can be shown, that are all given here, such as hills, rivers, forests, towns, villages, roads, railways, canals, bridges, telegraph line, everything. Okay, whichever that comes in your mind, all that things can be shown with the help of this topographical map. Why it is possible there? Because they are all prepared on large scale. Okay, on the basis of large scale. Large scale means what? Drawing of a smaller area with much clear information. So that type of map making, that type of maps are called the large scale maps. Got it? I think all of you have studied those things in earlier chapters, so it is not difficult for you. Now look at the next one. These features are shown with the help of conventional signs. What are these conventional signs? You can see this conventional signs means nothing but the commonly used signs and symbols that are called the conventional signs. Okay, so this conventional signs, different kind of the commonly used different designs of this sign and symbols are used here. Different colors are used to show different type of things. Okay, so about the conventional sign and symbol also we will study in detail, don't worry. Okay, these maps are very useful to engineers, scientists, soldiers and geographers for studying the detailed regional geography of an area. Surely if all the informations are given, surely it will be more helpful for better study of that particular region. In order to know a particular region, this will be more helpful. So how it is prepared, let us try to get a brief idea about those things. Okay, now you see here one map of India is given. I would like to tell you one thing, that this survey maps are not prepared only for India, but it is prepared for its contiguous land. Contiguous land means what? Neighboring places. So our neighboring places are Pakistan, Afghanistan, you are part of Nepal, China and Bhutan and Myanmar, etc. All this, Sri Lanka, other things, all they are the nearby places. So including all those things, they are divided into different grid system. So they are called the survey grids. Okay, they are called the national grid system. So you can notice here all these lines that are drawn here, they are all called the national grids. The crisscross lines that are drawn here are called the national grids. I think all of you can see they are not the, these are not the latitude and longitude. Okay, so they are all this national grid system. They are specially drawn on the map of India in order to divide the places into different segments. Okay, so this type of thing are called the geographical grids, or they are called the map grids or the survey grids, or they are also called the national grid system. Okay, so they have divided the whole of India and its neighboring area into so many segments. So they are all serially marked with that one. So each one particular region is marked with a number. They are all called the index number. Okay, so if you see, then similar type of way, this place, particularly this place is marked with number 45. So this place is marked with number 45. This place is marked with number 53, and similarly the neighboring places 53, 54, 45, then 46 is here, and 47 is here, 48 is here, 49 is here, then 51, 52, 53, 54, like that way it is being serially arranged. So this particular, this one square grid area, okay, one square grid area is again divided into 16 part. Okay, so try to understand this one. If you see in your book, then you will notice one thing, they are all divided into 16 part. So here please try to listen carefully. All the smaller lines there, they are one latitude. If you are moving towards the northern side, then they are all latitude lines. They are all latitude lines. Okay, so containing these 4 latitude lines, one national grid system is prepared. So try to understand. So this type of a map prepared containing this one national grid system is called one index number maps. So it is written here, index number maps. Okay, so there are about 137 or more number of index number maps are prepared by Survey of India. Okay, so that is not necessary for us. So still then we can get a rough idea about 137 or 141 number of seats are prepared by the Survey of India, as they have divided that land of India as well as its nearby land together. They have found out, they have divided that places, and about 137 seats are prepared. So each seat are called one index number map. So as they are assigned with a particular number for that map, then that is why they are called the index number map. So this index number map will contain an area of 4 degree of latitude and 4 degree of longitude. So you know that 1 degree latitude will be having 111 kilometer wide apart. So 4 degree latitude means about 444 kilometer wide apart. Are you getting me? And similarly, this longitude also in the same way. 4 degree longitude means what? That this 444 kilometer wider. Okay, so 444 kilometer in length and 444 kilometer in breadth. Together this type of area, 444 into 444 or 444 square kilometer area is covered under one index number map. I think all of you are understanding. And again, that index number maps are divided into 1 degree map. So this 1 degree map, you can see this one particular, that one is divided into 16 part. 1, 2, you can notice here 1, 2, 3, 4, and similarly 4 are there. So if you count all this one, there are divided into 16 part. Again, a smaller part of only one segment of that one, again that can be divided into again 16 part. Okay, so this notice here, it is what is written here, D is written. Got it? D is written. So that D number map is, they are all coded with alphabets A, B, C, D, then E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Like that it will be coded. And this one is D part. Again, the D part, that is this D number map is called 1 degree map because it contains 1 degree of latitude and 1 degree of longitude. So from here to here, if you notice here, from here to here, it is 1 degree latitude, 1 degree latitude, and from this place to this place it is, this, okay, please try to understand the colored, the shaded area is 1 degree latitude and 1 degree longitude area. This 1 degree latitude and 1 degree longitude means what? 111 kilometer in wide and 111 kilometer in breadth. So this 111 square kilometer area is again subdivided into 16 parts. They are coded with this numbers, this counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, like that way it is, they are again subdivided. Again, this a single map. Okay, this 1 degree map is divided into this this type of 16 quarter degree map. All of them are called the quarter degree map. Means they are divided into four part of the fourth part of longitude and fourth part of latitude. Fourth part. Then if you divide that 1 degree latitude and longitude into 4 different parts, each of them become one quarter degree map. Got it? Okay, so there are about 16 quarter degree maps can be obtained from 1 degree map. So this is from an index number map. 16 1 degree map can be obtained, and from 1 degree map 16 quarter degree maps are obtained. Again, from that quarter degree map, suppose 1 quarter degree map is given. Again, if you divide that one into 4 parts, then half degree map is obtained. Like that way, maps are of different types that we will discuss in the next classes. Okay, but for the time being, all of you please try to understand this topographical map means nothing but they are the special maps, large scale map They are prepared by the Survey of India department, and they are used for detailed study of a particular region. And how they are preparing? They divide the whole of our region into different national grids, and they divide this each national grid system, each national grid will cover 4 degree of latitude and 4 degree of longitude. In that way they prepare this index number maps. Okay, each index number map are divided into 16 part, and each part of that index number map again can be divided into this 1 degree maps, and 1 degree maps are again divided into half degree maps. Like that way, this all these things we have to study, then we can go further. Okay, I hope all of you are getting a brief idea about those things. As we go further, you will be getting more clear information about this survey maps. So don't worry, whatever that are explained to you, please try to revise in your mind and try to think about it. So thank you very much for listening.